Okay, so today we are taking what we've been doing a step further with talking about the possible ethics that may be involved with some topics with genetics. Do you already know what the term ethics means? Yes, no? Have you ever heard that before? Or morals? So what are morals? Stuff you believe in, whether or not you feel like something is right or wrong. So this ends up getting kind of hairy in the fact that you really have to question yourself on what you believe about certain topics. And when we get back from Thanksgiving break, we will dive into this even deeper. But to start out the process, I created a very short one-pager to just kind of get your mind working. That way, over the break next week, you can think about it even more because you'll end up having to write me a paper, a one-page paper on some kind of genetics and bioethics topic, but it is 100% your opinion. This is the stuff for it, this is the stuff against it, and this is these are my feelings. Can I ever tell you that your feelings are wrong?
No.
No, I can't. So that's the beauty of writing a paper that is completely opinionated. You just have to back it up with facts. So how do you feel like the talk of ethics is related to our biology class, and why is this relevant? How do you think this is going to relate to what we're doing and what we've been talking about? Have we talked about some stuff that may make people have different opinions?
Yes.
Like what?
Maybe certain things are right, certain things are...
With what kind of topic so far?
Maybe like finding... like the taste bud thing.
Okay, taste bud thing. Let's say that we take and twist the taste bud thing, and let's say I had genetic testing and I found out that my baby that is growing inside of me has Edwards syndrome, and from the 99 Balloons video that we watched, we know that those babies are not going to live. So does that have some genetic / bioethics things that we have to think about? Yeah, you do, because you have to think about what you're going to do in that situation. You have to rely on your morals, your sense of compass of what's north for you. And can I tell you that that is wrong? No, I can't, but you just have to figure it out for yourself. So if you open up these slides, it gives you this first part, and then here's where it relies on you. So these first few are things that you actually find in that slides, and then picking up here, this is all you. So it says pick one issue listed that involves biotech and ethics, and I gave you some examples like stem cell research, cloning, GMOs, which is genetically modified organisms, and then research it. I highly suggest you use very reputable websites and not go to something that's answers.com, yahoo.com, or something like that, or even Wikipedia. So if I want to look for stem cell research, I'm going to look for something that is a .edu or a .gov, because I know for sure that that's going to be credible information. And then you just have to start finding some evidence for it. So why do you think some people think that stem cell research is important? It can help further disease, learning about diseases. It can help tissues to regenerate. There's a bunch of things for stem cell research. And then why do some people maybe have an issue with stem cell research? Anybody know what an actual stem cell is? It's a fertilized egg.
Oh.
So it's the very beginnings of what would eventually be an organism. So why would that then have some ethics implications or ethical implications?
Something could be wrong.
Exactly. The whole ethical background there is a lot of people have very, very strong convictions about the fact that that would be considered to be a human, an organism of some shape, form, or fashion. So then you list your reasons that you found against it. Moving forward, who would benefit? So in the case of stem cell research, would there be a population that would benefit from stem cell research?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you just list somebody that was a burn victim, that they had 90% of their body that was burned, could benefit if stem cell research was good enough that we could regenerate some of their skin. And then the last part is 100% your opinion. You're starting to say, okay, I read the stuff for it, I read the stuff against it, what do I think? And why do I think that? If it's a religious conviction, great, grand, go for it. Tell me all about it. If it is something else that you have in your past history that would benefit you, then by golly, tell me why you feel so strongly that we should do whatever that is. So, not incredibly complicated as far as what you have to put in there, but mentally complicated because this is probably one of the first times in a science class that you really have to challenge yourself and say, oh, wow, I no longer can lie back on what my parents have always told me that we should believe. Now I have to think for myself and say, okay, that's why I believe it. Cool? Questions? Comments? Concerns?